Welcome to Impact Yobe, the program that shines the spotlight on developments and activities in the pride of the Sahel. I am Marco Tabo. Welcome to the program. Hello and welcome to the interview segment on Impact Yobe. Today, I'll be speaking with the Director General, Press Affairs and Media to Governor Buni, and he's none other but, of course, Maman Mohammed. Maman, it's good to have you on the show.
Nice meeting you, Mark.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, before we proceed quickly, I must say congratulations on how you've been able to put up with the responsibility as a DG, holding off with the image of the governor.
Thank you very much.
Within Yobe State and outside of Yobe State.
Thank you very much.
Because, right now, he's become a national figure.
Indeed.
And I can tell that your work has actually proved its worth.
Thank you.
Going through all the rudiments. Can you give us a brief overview of how you've been able to pull this off in such a short possible time?
Well, like you said, of course, he's not just a governor, but of course, a very prominent figure. He, as you can recall, he was chairman of the national chairman of the ruling party, and of course, he has a lot of responsibilities, both within the state as a governor, and of course, some consultations. The party reached out to him on so many things, and of course, he's been doing very well. You know what it takes to manage the image of such a personality, both locally and, of course, nationally too. The media, the press has been following and doing all this. It takes a lot of concentration to manage the image of this personality. And I would say, to God be the glory, we've been doing the best we can.
All right, now, so far, under your watch, what would you say has been the most remarkable achievement that you have been able to pull off with regards to how the operations of the Yobe State government has been faring so far?
Well, thank you very much. Again, I would say we've been able to push out the achievements of this administration positively, and for people to understand exactly what is happening here. You will remember that this is a state that was bedeviled, or once bedeviled, by security challenge. So the narrative then was a kind of negative perspective. We've been trying to change this narrative to make it positive, for people to see it from a very positive point of view, for people to appreciate exactly what this administration has been putting in place, and for people to appreciate what is being done to improve the lives of the people of Yobe State. Right. And that's great. Fantastic.
Now, DG, quickly, I would really want to understand how you could give us a brief, account of how the infrastructure, development has been, faring in Yobe State. What areas would you say this administration has really contributed to when it comes to infrastructure for the benefit of the people?
I would say it has been very, very unprecedented. Okay. If you look at it there are some sectors that this administration definitely has made history and will be judged by history as having done its best. Look at education. You might be aware that just recently we are celebrating some girls that went to London. Exactly. So when he came on board, he declared state of emergency on education. And of course, he started from the grassroots, reconstruction of schools destroyed by the insurgency, recruitment of teachers, procurement and distribution of furniture, books, laboratory equipment, and all this. Cumulatively, this added to the performance of the students, such that they become so happy to post their results on the social media for everyone to see, because it has been very, very impressive. If you move forward at the secondary school level, so is it. More than any other time, Yobe State has had a kind of opportunity where the students now gain admission into tertiary institutions, both at home and abroad. So far, as at this time, we have over 40,000 Yobe students in tertiary institutions, both within and outside. Then also recently, we celebrated the graduation of about 171 graduates who went to Indian universities and studied medical and allied courses. When they return, of course, they they were engaged and now posted to health facilities across the state to boost the manpower in the health sector. Yeah. Now, the health sector itself is something else. More than any other time, this administration has intervened, and so impressively that you find even the Nigerian Medical Association, which is a kind of labor body, now congratulating the governor and identifying with what this administration has done to improve healthcare delivery in the state. I've never heard of this anywhere, where you find labor trade union now coming to say, yes, you've done well, we now identify with you, and all this. On the part of infrastructure development, of course, road construction is something else. And of course, it's done inter-town roads and township roads as well. Now, if you go into Damaturu is receiving a facelift as we speak now. There is this underpass and overhead bridge under construction. Thank you. This is to check congestion at the city center, to check the incessant accidents recorded in at the city center, and of course to give it to beautify the place too.
You are the DG. You're quite closer to him. You spend time with him most of the time. Can you give us a brief overview of His Excellency, as what exactly runs through his mind, especially since he assumed office as the governor of the state?
Well, I think he is one person that, just to summarize a little of him, number one, he's a team player. Okay. He believes in teamwork. He will give you an assignment and give you the whole support you deserve to succeed. Come with any, not necessarily challenge, come with anything that will push the government and the state forward. He's most willing to do that. Okay. And he has confidence in all those that he has appointed in various offices. Now, again, he is one person whom you can approach at any given time of the day. Right. Meet him in the night, in the morning, in the afternoon. He is most willing. And he's blessed with listening ears. He listens attentively and also ensures that, yes, what you come with it is of benefit to the people, and of course, it receives his support. He doesn't want to be seen as being a kind of roadblock or kind of blocking stone to you achieving your goal. So he's most willing and most prepared to assist and to see that it is not just about you succeeding, but to the benefit of the people. And that is something that his humility is something else. Yeah. His accommodation, he is so caring. In fact, he's a leader with a difference. Wow. Somebody who listens to you and is most willing to attend to you at all given time. In fact, he's somebody else. It's like he's from another planet.
All right, DG, quickly, let's understand what exactly this government is doing regarding youth empowerment. Youth fall under the bracket of a working population that actually gives a lot of facelift to the state in regards to economic power, manpower, education and all that. I interviewed the professor on research, and I can tell the brilliance oozing from that young man. So I'm asking you now, what exactly are the plans put in place to ensure that a fortified structure for youth empowerment sustains the development of Yobe State and beyond?
Yeah. Let me also tell you this. During his campaign days, he has always said it. In fact, it is his slogan. In Amatasa, in Hausa, say, where are the youth? This is your government. This is your opportunity. That has been his slogan. And ever since he came to office, today you have youths appointed into heading public offices, heading, being chief executives of government parastatals, and agencies, more than any other time the state has ever witnessed. I can count so many of them. They are in positions of chief executives managing government agencies and organizations. That's an opportunity. And like you rightly observed, those going to school, those sponsored to go to school, of course, forms the youth. They are the youth, of course, and it's always about their future and the future of the state. So he has invested in this, and even in the area of skill acquisition, is something that he has taught. He ensured that those who have not had formal education are given the opportunity to acquire various skills and, of course, be self-reliant and self-employed. The agriculture is something else. It has been the mainstay of Yobe State, and it still remains one. Yes. So he sees the intervention of government in agriculture as a major boost to give youth an opportunity. It may surprise you to know that government procured tractors and other farm implements and distributed them free of charge. Not even to give them out on hire, but free of charge for the youth to be engaged and to go into farming, to ensure food security, to ensure food availability, and to ensure that there is economic growth. You cannot do without food. It's not just about local consumption this time around. We are talking of exporting it outside for people to have that economic kind of self-reliant in agriculture and for economic growth. So this is one other area that he has done so much in. And like I said earlier, it's paying off. A lot of things are happening. And yes, today the youth proudly and conveniently too, most of them buying houses, buying cars, buying this from these interventions. They are well-to-do, and it's sort of satisfying.
All right, DG, well, you have highlighted all of this, and this is quite commendable, but I have a concern with fake news and how propaganda can ruin what is good. How has your office been able to tackle the issue of fake news and reports that are not true, that doesn't reflect the true image of Yobe State?
You know, unfortunately, this is a global problem.
Absolutely.
And of course, Yobe State is having its fair share of this
pandemic.
Yeah. Somebody somewhere will be seated elsewhere and start writing about what. There was a problem where somebody just wrote from an uninformed position. You know, if you know what he was talking about, this problem of kidney disease in Yobe State. And if you know what government has done and is still doing to find a lasting solution to kidney disease in Yobe State.
As I told you earlier, I interviewed the professor of neuroscience who said that the government is doing a lot in creating a research for, the kidney disease in Yobe State.
As we speak now, we have a center for research on this, we call it Yobe Biomedical Biomedical Research and Training Center. As we speak now, that center is conducting research on kidney disease. The problem is prevalent in Bade, Jakusko, on the banks of River Yobe. So that center mobilized over 20 experts from across the globe who came here, took samples, and are already conducting study on the causative agent of the problem in that area. As we speak now, they are still working on it. And this government, His Excellency Honorable Mala Buni, has given them the support such that they've confessed that this is the single project that is ever sponsored by a state government.
All right, DG, while we're talking, I just got to understand that no matter how we go over some of the issues in Yobe State, the issue of security is very paramount.
Yeah, sure.
I really want to understand from your perspective, what exactly is the government doing to sustain this peace that is being enjoyed in Yobe now? Because at the end of the day, likely investors who might want to come do business here.
Let me also inform you that His Excellency is having a very good working relationship with the security agencies here. And he has been very supportive in terms of logistics and any other thing that will make the state peaceful. We've had a bitter experience and nobody wants to go back to that experience. I'm happy to say that even the public now cooperating, working along with the security agencies, giving them information for proactive actions. So the support in terms of logistics, the understanding, the working relationship, that's the synergy between the army, police, vigilante, civil defense, and all other security outfits is so wonderful that His Excellency has brought them together, and they are working peacefully, and together they are working, and it has been very successful. This is something that has been taken even to the local governments and the grassroots. Right. Everybody is on board. Everybody is being carried along so that the peace and security we now enjoy is sustained, and of course everybody is now party to it.
All right, this also brings me to that question. Young men in Yobe State, security is very paramount. They say poverty sometimes can lead people to go into vices that they did not even plan for. They get enticed by little things to join forces and start causing mayhem. What is the structure on ground that Yobe State has put forward to reduce poverty to the barest minimum, to ensure that young men are engaged, are skillfully engaged in different stratas, so as not to have them even conjure that idea of even trying to be nuisance?
Like I told you, the government is very, very conscious of this, and that is why it took the issue of agriculture very, very seriously. Okay. And that is why the youth are even the target of government intervention. They are identified in each of the 178 political wards in the state and have been supported. Right. So a lot of them are engaged into agriculture. Again, the skill acquisition programs government is giving out and is targeting the youth. Like you said, they say the idle mind is devil's workshop. So government is working hard to ensure that none of them is left unattended. But of course, like you know, it requires a lot of resources, it requires a lot of mobilization and all this. Again, happily, the youths are also cooperating and moving along. They are on the same page with the government. And that makes it much, much, much easier for us. Okay. So it's something that, like I said, the governor, even during his campaign days, said this administration is for the youth. And the youth have been carried along. They've been given opportunities. They are doing wonderfully well. And
all right. While you have highlighted this, I think now I would have to ask, the traditional institutions that guard, the pillars of some of these localities where these youths reside, what have your administration been able to do to ensure that these traditional rulers, teachers, and mentors they look up to are able to also pass messages to these young people for them to also desist from any form of vice or crime?
Yes, we have what we call the State Security Council. And of course, the traditional institution or traditional rulers form part of this. Okay. They've been carried along. There's been a kind of a periodic intervention, periodic sitting between His Excellency the Governor and of course the traditional rulers. Okay. And everybody is given a defined role that, look, we have to do this together. Right. We have to engage these youth. You know them better because they are within your domain and all this. Yeah. Please carry them along. Okay. And if there's anything that you want government to do to ensure that nobody is left unattended to and perhaps becomes an easy tool for crime and criminality, please suggest within your locality what do we do to engage these youth. And that is working.
Yes. Now, DG, quickly, I know that quite a number of issues have been taken care of under your office, but there is no man without challenges. I want to understand, what challenges do you currently face as a DG to His Excellency, and what exactly are you doing to curb these challenges to the barest minimum? Can we actually know what some of the challenges could be currently right now?
Well, truly I've received a great support from my colleagues, the journalists, the members of the social media. But the challenge, like we discussed earlier, on the social media. And some of them are not, or most of them are not even based here. And of course, they lack that professionalism of even trying to call to find out.
Verify.
Exactly. So this is the greatest challenge. Okay. Somebody somewhere will sit down, write something, and feel, yes, I can now just share it to the public. Okay. And that is a great disservice because we are always open, and anybody who wants to find out anything, we are most willing to discuss that with him. Right. Most unfortunately, they don't reach out.
All right, before we go finally, any future plans for the Yobe State government? Any future plans with strategies you've put in place?
Yeah. You see, His Excellency, when he came on board, he said it's continuity, consolidation, and innovation. Now, I want to assure the good people of Yobe State that before this administration goes or leaves, we'll have so much to say thank you, Your Excellency. You've done so much for us. Okay. And I'm sure sometimes, it is only when you've gone people get to know exactly what you've done. Yes. But to God be the glory. As it is today, everybody is singing praises of His Excellency, those on ground. And even the doubting Thomases, who had before now thought it's not going to be possible, are now convinced because the evidence is empirical, the evidence is there for everyone to see. If this airport had not been completed, the cost of completing this airport today would have been something else. So the wisdom in him, in foreseeing the need to complete that project is in itself a great, of great value to the state. It is a futuristic project. This is a project that will last forever here. And whether we like it or not, Yobe will continue to grow. And there are potentials here. We have the sesame seeds, which is now a kind of it's a global product that is being sought after. Yobe has good potentials here in it. We also have the gum arabic. We have some other cash crops and what have you. Then the livestock. And this is a cargo airport. So if you look at this, it is an investment into the future of the state. And that has been His Excellency's hallmark. Right. Let's look at the future. Okay. And of course, the future looks very bright. He has done everything to make the state.
Thank you so much, DG.
Nice meeting you, Mark.
But before I go.
Yes.
How do you relax away from work? It's been work, 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 work. Let the indigents see their DG and understand what you do outside of work.
Yeah, I play a little bit of table tennis. Okay. Then, unfortunately, I like traveling.
Okay, a lot.
But for some obvious reasons now, that is not forthcoming. Getting yourself on the roads, traveling up and down and all this. It's one of my hobbies. Unfortunately, I'm missing that.
Are you a sports fan in any way?
Yeah, I am.
You support which
I am with the Real Madrid.
You didn't even let me land.
I know where you are going. So I'm with the Real Madrid, don't worry.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
It's been so nice meeting you once again, Mark. You're welcome.
Thank you
very much.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, of course, you heard it from the Director General, of course, Press Affairs and Media to His Excellency Governor Mai Mala Buni, Maman Mohammed, talking to us about all the implemented plans by the governor in the state and how the structures have been set up to ensure progress and how, prosperity is going to flow through the young people with the interventions being granted to them. Well, it's been a wonderful time right here on Impact Yobe. Thank you so much for watching. And this is where we draw the curtains on this week's edition of Impact Yobe. Join us next week for a fresh episode of the program. My name is Mark Otabo. Thank you for watching. See you next time.